How's it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here as we react to episode 5 of season 4 for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is titled Be a Bad. And yeah, season 4 has just been very enjoyable, especially the last episode, which I don't know if that's like better than episode 3 or not. Like, I'm still undecided about that one because the concept was absolutely smashing, especially with how the Scoobies were trapped in that house and their own fears came to fruition. And then we had the fear demon that Buffy was not supposed to awaken, I guess. And it turns out he was only a little tiny thing. So yeah, it was a really nuts episode, and like I said, it's an amazing follow up to the Halloween episode from season 2. So yeah, but this is episode 5 of season 4, Be a Bad. Looking forward to getting into this one. So with that said, let's go. What's this son of a bitch doing?
Buffy!
Oh shit, here we go. Come on, Buff. Look at this music, by the way.
It's everything. You're everything. And I'm
Is
gonna
this
do
some
whatever
kind
it
of
takes
dream?
to get you to forgive me. Do you think one day you might?
No.
I don't buy this. Yeah, of course. I don't buy this whatsoever. Parker's a little sleazy piece of shit.
Got my lighter, my rag, my empathy face.
Aren't you too young to be a bartender?
Au contraire, mon frère.
Mon frère means brother.
Mon girdle frère. Behold.
At least Xander. Oh,
I don't believe this is entirely on the up and up.
What gives it away?
Looking at it.
Well, no one's...
Who'd rather be with my best friend, and he's left me with no place to live, no food except for this bottle of wild turkey, which I drank all of. That was me being tanked and friendless for you.
exactly. A little
Gets my
test.
astronaut.
Best friend, you need to think about not Parker. He's no good. There are men, better men, wherein the mind
Exactly.
is stronger than the penis.
Nothing can defeat the penis!
Too loud. Care what my father says.
I'm sorry, what?
Forget about it. Yeah, I got some people waiting. I'll see you in class, man.
Riley. Oof. It's just so fix.
We are the future of this country, and you keep the bowl of peanuts full. We are what these girls want.
Dude!
And, 4 glasses.
Being a jerk is not
How about
mandatory.
I see some ID? Kid, you're not getting a drop until I'm satisfied.
Just give him a beer.
Ah!
A cave that vampires happen to frequent. It wouldn't really be like I killed him, really.
Buffy.
I'm a slut.
No.
Idiot.
No. Gotta stop being so hard on yourself. Sorry. So sorry.
I'm better. This has helped.
Do not go anywhere.
Why the fact that he's really tending to Buffy?
I could make you soup.
Oh.
Don't do this. Come on. No. Don't even think about it. Come on. I had enough of this from season 3.
No. I know their drummer, he's cool. I've never heard them play.
She was in the other episode, wasn't she?
My mother always said beer is evil.
Evil, good. These are moral absolutes that predate the fermentation of malt. and
There's no such
fine
thing
hops.
as evil.
See,
It's black and white, and there's
Where
the
was
grey
I?
area.
I'm really not sure.
Well, Thomas Aquinas is...
Eyes.
4? Oh. Oh. Oh, Buffy,
Sounds
are you
really
okay?
bad in context.
Do you want to talk about it?
Or out of context.
I went to see Xander. I saw Parker. Then came
This ain't the Hangover.
Yeah.
And then group sex?
Speak now.
Buffy!
Good. Now, before you go, make sure you pick up
Buffy,
a
are
pink
you okay?
worksheet from the TAs.
That food urges.
Based on that, choose 3 essay topics and hand them to me at the start of the class on Monday.
It's the beer, isn't it? She's acting all out of character, and it's not the hangover, it's the beer. It's affecting her mind.
Boy, I'm having the worst day. You got a light?
All right, girls.
You stupid.
Now you stupid. No, you
What the heck?
Smelly head.
I think I'm just gonna study because of the fun.
Yeah, I guess I could see how it'd be dull for you.
See ya.
Okay, can we stop this, please?
Oh, I've cut you off.
Did it hurt?
Out you go.
Oh, ow, oh. Want beer? Like beer. Beer, good.
No.
Beer bad. Bad, bad beer. What the hell am I saying? Buffy, go home. It takes the fire out of it.
Not really.
Maybe.
Willow,
It's not that
I don't regret
his
having-
lifestyle is
or
wrong.
what we did.
It's just
But I
that...
am sorry that Buffy's hurting,
Buffy
and if I
was-
misled her, I'm sorry for that too. I didn't mean to.
Then say something next time, dickhead. Oh my god, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? Oh god. Fire bad, tree pretty.
Fire angry.
Oh my.
I've
This
been
is-
taking abuse from snot-nosed kids for 20 years.
Something.
I mean, there was a warlock. He showed me how to do this.
No, no need. I served them that beer. I served Buffy that beer. How much
He
beer
just
would you
has
say a
no
person
guilt
would need to consume
whatsoever.
before they
He's
seriously
like-
started questing for fire?
Relax. It'll wear off in a day or so.
In a day or so,
But
someone
that
can get
makes it
killed.
okay. Like, this guy has no
You're
problem.
a bad, bad man.
Oh, shh!
I didn't see him. Is he okay?
Just bullet it, dude. Oh no.
Parker, bad.
I don't mean
Agreed.
this in a bragging
Agreed.
way, but
You're unbelievable.
what?
This isn't sharing. This isn't connecting.
Go,
It's
Willow.
pleasure principle. That's right. I got your number, id boy.
Woo!
Only thing you're thinking about is how long before you can jump on my bones.
Look, if you think that
I don't know if Sarah's having the time of her life here, but
Where people go.
Jack said the effects of the beer would wear off.
Beer?
nope.
Buffy want beer.
You heard bear.
Beer.
Uh-oh.
Want beer.
Giles, don't make Cave Slayer unhappy.
Oh, Lord. Oh, great. You know, it's kind of reminding me of the pack. Not gonna lie. Oh, no. Oh, Willow! Willow! Wow, nice! No, I don't... It's nice. I just love how Slayer abilities take over.
Help me! I can't breathe! Buffy, what do we do? Oh, God.
Uh-oh. Yeah, but don't leave him in the fire because there's going to be a lot of guilt on your mind.
Whose van is that?
I don't know. Wasn't locked.
Wait.
Buffy,
SEAL Team 6 guys?
I may not deserve this, but do you think you could forgive me?
So yeah, like, that wasn't really the best episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Probably the weakest one of season 4 thus far, but it was hilarious. It was weird, bizarre, especially with what they had going on with some of the students turning into cavemen. So yeah, it was a really, really bizarre episode with some. I mean, this show hasn't been like. It's not its first rodeo in terms of doing bizarre stuff. I mean, we remember the praying mantis lady. We've got bad eggs going on, so it's not exactly it's not exactly its first rodeo with eerie and concepts that even I find so weird for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But it was a pretty interesting episode, to say the least. Yeah, we obviously had the theme that alcohol was bad. I mean, it's not always bad. Like, it can be pretty fun, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Just if you I guess binge drink, that is pretty much the bad aspect. But and even when you're drunk, as long as you're safe, I mean, it's all rosy at the end of the day, as long as like there's no dramatics that come off from it. But yeah, I found that aspect to be a very interesting vocal point of this episode. Although I do have my problems, like what the hell happened with the guy that was supplying the Black Frost, was it? Like, he was there, like, saying, oh, this is the thing, he was full on admitting it, like, nothing bad would happen to him. And nothing bad did happen to him, because the last we saw of him was his admission about the fact that he made the Black Frost, I guess, kind of temporarily degenerate intelligence so that the people would turn into cavemen. And yeah, like, that's it. That's all we saw. Was there justice? Is he still supplying the Black Frost, and people are still going to act like cavemen? So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed that there was no conclusion to him. But yeah, it was crazy. I just thought it was a very strong reminder of the pack, with like a bunch of students turning into this wild version of themselves. Though I felt that episode was a lot more haunting, especially with the people eating Flutie. So yeah. But yeah, I loved how it did impact Buffy as well. It was a very it was hilarious. Like, the scenes with Buffy regressed into this like cave woman personification. And yeah, like, her scenes was just really interesting. Like, her, like, with the TV, and yeah, I thought something eerie was happening with the intellect of the people when we first caught up with Buffy after her night with the boys, because she was acting really out of character. Like even if this was your first episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and it's not a good impression if it was first impression for Buffy, but you would be able to tell the difference between who Buffy is and this like new personification. You'd notice, okay, something's off here, and something was off and you noticed the wording of the people. It was very, very, it was starting to lean to that Neanderthal aspect. You noticed how it was not in character, and it was very, very odd. So yeah, and then they actually went full on cave person by having the features changed. I thought that was where this episode peaked, because you just saw the people just turn, and it was like, okay, this episode's really, really nuts. I was just completely baffled by this episode. So, ironically, this might be an episode I'll have to watch in my drunk rewatches, just because it's bizarre, and it might be one of those episodes like Bad Eggs that will benefit a rewatch under the influence. So yeah, and it's ironic in this case, isn't it? So yeah. But I thought this episode, yeah, it wasn't bad by any means. It wasn't, excellent. It wasn't like the last two episodes. It was okay for me. It was weird. It had a lot of hilarity. It's nothing standout in my opinion, but yeah, they had a very, very interesting plot going for them. I will say I think the part of the episode that I really liked the most was Parker and Willow, when Willow went to confront him, and they went to talk about how Parker hurt Buffy. And Parker has his side of things where he fully believes that there's more than just a relationship, that it's okay to have like casual sex, which is pretty much like I don't damn people who choose that lifestyle whatsoever. If people want to have casual sex, if they want to have one night stands, all that jazz, then that's their life at the end of the day. You can't dictate them if that's what pleases them. The problem is, though, it's that he leads them on. He approaches people that he does find an interest in, and it's that bait that feels like he's leading them into a relationship when all he wants is basically a one-night stand. It's that carrot on the stick where it says relationship, but in reality, it's I just want to sleep with you. That's it. So, he did a very, very good job at trying to coat his words to make him look innocent, but it all fell apart. So yeah, when in reality he's just pathetic. He's a creep. So yeah, it's just really, really it was just really amazing for Willow to get the one up on her. So that was on him, should I say? So that was really, really good stuff. But yeah, Parker's an absolute donkey who I just really enjoyed seeing him getting clobbered on the head by cave woman Buffy. So yeah, twice actually. But yeah, it was really, really good for Willow to confront him, and yeah, I thought that Willow would buy into what he was saying. Like she would try and resonate with him and where he was coming from. Because, like I said, there's no problem with that kind of lifestyle. The problem is, though, that he leads them on. He leads people on so much. So yeah, we got a bit of Xander in this episode as well, which was great. Like, he's got a job. I don't know how that kind of works, because I think you have to be like 21 to be like to drink anyway. So it would really make sense to be 21, so you are able to operate as a barman. But then again, the barman who supplied the Black Frost had no morals whatsoever. He was okay with people turning into Neanderthals and potentially getting killed and hurt, like one guy did actually. But that didn't faze him whatsoever. It was a temporary thing. So if people got hurt, big fucking deal in his eyes. So yeah, so the place was shoddy, so I won't question it too much, but it was good for Xander to get some progression. It feels like he's finally moving somewhere, because I feel like in his eyes he's been a bit out of place. ever since, I guess, the ending of season 3. So this is like a push in the right direction for him. But not just that, though, but how he approached Buffy and how he was looking out for her. I'm really loving how Xander has really come a long way and how concerned he is. I'm really loving how more caring Xander has been. I think Xander has always had that aspect of care, don't get me wrong, but especially since the Zeppo, I feel like his character has enhanced for me personally. So yeah, it was really good for Xander, and I also want to know what the hell is happening to Will Oz, because he was infatuated with that singer, it seemed. Don't like that. Who also appeared, I think it was in episode 1, yeah. Or episode 2, I think it was, actually, yeah. So, but the point still stands. I think she's got some kind of, like, I think she's able to perform some kind of spell or something like that. Like, she's not just, like, a pretty girl that Oz is, like, having this crisis over. I think there's something more to her. Because Oz did say something like, I feel, never mind, or something along those lines. And then she came onto the stage, like the music was playing, so it was like this charm. It was like this charm to Oz, and let's not forget she did capture his attention, which isn't a coinky dink. So I feel like there is something going on, but I do worry for Will Oz because he seems to be head over heels for her. And when and I'm not over what happened in season 3 with the whole with the whole Xander and Willow stupid shit that went on that broke my heart. So I don't want a repeat this season, and I feel like we're getting it. So I also am very, very intrigued with Riley because he keeps popping up, and I'm pretty certain that something big's gonna happen for him. But poor Riley, first the books, now the drinks. You do feel sorry for the dude. But yeah, this episode was quite something. It wasn't great. It wasn't fantastic. It was okay. I'll admit. It was weird, bizarre. And yeah, very, very fascinating concept they went with the cavemen. And of course the theme about alcohol being bad, which isn't really necessarily the case, only if you do it in excessive amounts, like every day, like alcoholism. But yeah, I mean, I think the way they went with was Buffy wanted just a drink to it was a bit of a break. Her head was all over the place, especially with Parker. So a drink couldn't hurt, and that's the direction I feel like they went. Like a drink can hurt, because it wasn't like Buffy had a history beforehand with alcohol. This was like one of those. I feel like this was one of those once in a blue moon drinks for Buffy, like something to take the mind off things whilst she's like battling with the whole Parker dilemma, and then shit really hits the fan, doesn't it? So yeah, but it still produced some hilarious moments with Cavewoman Buffy, like with the TV especially, and how Giles had to approach her. It was really, really fun stuff. So yeah, this episode did produce some fun moments, but it was an okay episode in terms of the whole quality of things, with some loose ends pondering there. Also the people who were affected by the Black Frost, who actually fully transformed into cavemen. I'm sure the guys with the guns and all that jazz, they are taking them to wherever their special Legion of Doom hideout is, but we'll just have to wait and see. I think that's supposed to be a deliberate tease, so not really a loose end compared to the barman who was supplying the Black Frost and had no qualms about, like, had no worries about the lives being affected, so yeah. But I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!